Okay, so for this activity, so what we're doing is we're doing statistical studies on just whatever they want it to be. So in case there's any quantitative studies where we can show correlation, we can show patterns, I'm going to teach them how to, they already know how to do scatter plots, but to teach them how to graph it and how to figure out what the correlation is. All right, so the first thing they're gonna do here is they're gonna go in, they're gonna open up a spreadsheet, they're gonna input their data here. So from my x-axis, we're gonna call this our hours of sleep that we get. And for this column here, this is gonna be the GPA. All right, these are just numbers we made up, but so we have 8, 5, 7, 7, 8, 6, 5, 9, 4, and 6. So we just made a sample of 10 students, 10 data points here. All right, and now as far as GPA goes, this was a 4.2, 3.1, 2.9, 3.2, 3.0, 3.5, 2.9, 3.0, 1.8, and a 2.4. Go home so we can add a graph. And then here we want to go to menu now. We want to choose our graph. So we're going to graph our entries. We're going to do this as a scatter plot. All right, so what do we want to be our x-axis? We want that to be our hours of sleep. When it switches to bold like that, that tells you that it is one of your entries. So you can use that. Same thing, y-axis is going to be our GPA. Once we establish that, hit enter. That'll graph our points. There's different things you can do here. You can scroll over to get this. I like to go through here and do your zoom and do it around your data set. All right, so that pulls up all of our data here. This just shows you that your X is sleep, your Y is GPA. So through and to find out what the correlation is, we're gonna go back to our table here. We're gonna go to menu. We wanna do our statistics. Stat calculations, we're going to do our linear regression line. Okay. There are other ways to do this, but again, if they want to see the best fit line, linear regression line, this helps as well. So our X list, well, we said our X was sleep. For our Y list, that's going to be GPA. We go ahead and hit OK here, and this gives us all of our data over here. So if we want to figure out our line, we can do that. But what we're mostly concerned with here is our R, which is our correlation. So our correlation here is 0.54. From there, we can do a discussion about what that number means, how it has to be from -1 to 1. And they know slope-intercept form. So they know M is your slope, so 0.217. And that B is your y-intercept, so that's plus 1.58. And if you want to take it a little farther, you can show them the least square regression line. So we're going to go back here. Menu, we're going to do another graph entry. This is going to be a function. So you do 0.217 x plus, we said 1.58. Oh, not that. Hit enter, and that'll graph for the square regression line. So they can see it is a positive. They can kind of look at the slope. This could lead into a talk of what the slope means in this context.